Hi there, Virgo. How are we? Just doing a read this week for you and your person. We also will be doing a portion for anyone who might not be in contact with their person at the moment as well. Okay, so um, Virgo and your person, and then the Virgo and no contact with your person reading there. Now, make sure you do comment on the video so then you can go in the draw for that free personal reading when that's drawn. Obviously, subscribe as well so you can be notified when that comes around. It will be when I hit 100 subscribers. Obviously, just a small channel at the moment, but really sort of wanting to expand so that everyone that needs to hear the messages is definitely getting those. But thank you so much for everyone who is already showing their support and liking and commenting on videos. I really do appreciate it. Every little like really does mean a lot for the growth of the channel, and I really appreciate it. If you want to be part of the small crew that we're starting with, that would be fantastic. I would much appreciate your subscription. Today we're going to be using the 7th Seal Lenormand deck there. We also have the Island Time Wellness Oracle, as well as getting an overview today for you from a runic deck. This is the Witch's Familiar Runic Oracle. So we'll be starting off with that. I will be taking timestamps as well, so don't mind if you see me doing the timestamps, but we'll get started with that rune for you, Virgo. Virgo and their person, please. Virgo and your person. Okay, so we are getting the was rune card for you there. So as you can see, a beautiful cat. Look at his gorgeous big ears. These cards are gorgeous with the animal pictures. I do really like them. So, you know, you never know. You could be a Virgo who does have a black cat. So it is the Witch's Familiar deck. So, you know, we do find sometimes people's real life pets like to see themselves on the screen as well there. That card does sort of talk about magic, liberation, rebirth, awakening, and protection as well. So a really good rune for protection, that particular one there, as well as, you know, rebirth and awakening is something that we really kind of love the vibe of when it comes to a love reading as well. You know, magic in the air and that liberation, freedom from all the harder aspects within the connection may definitely be something we might be seeing today. But look, I love seeing the rebirth card coming through there as well, because, you know, we really do find a lot of aspects with the connection that may be looking at some sort of new rebirth there. Okay, so Virgo and your person. Virgo and your person, please. What's going on with this connection? Okay, so we are seeing the Fox card there as well as the Stork card. Okay, so what I'm sort of finding with the Fox card is that, you know, usually that does talk about two people who are quite independent within the connection, okay, and sort of doing your own thing, that kind of a thing, even though you're in this connection, you know, and I'm feeling that with the Stork card, we're looking at sort of stirring that element up, bringing in that new, you know, we just mentioned the rebirth aspect with that rune card, and the Stork actually does talk about, you know, it can talk about birth and pregnancy. So we're definitely seeing some sort of new rebirth coming on through, especially when it comes to this Fox energy. Okay, so really wanting to look at how we are standing within the connection, and if we are, you know, acting as partners or as two individuals within a connection. Okay, I feel like that's what's coming through for you today when it comes to that aspect. The Fox can also talk about, you know, that salesman type of vibe where they'll say anything to get what they want, but I'm not really feeling that very strongly with you there, Virgo. So I really do just feel that we're talking about that sense of independence that you each may have, that, you know, that, and that sense of survival mode as well. One or both of you may have had, you know, been in a little bit in survival mode in the past. And that's sort of how you're used to dealing with things, by being independent and self-sufficient, and, you know, just focused on your own survival, you know, whatever it takes, sort of a vibe. But, you know, the fox is super clever and smart and really cunning as well. So it does sort of talk about being smart about how we do stir up things within the connection, especially like, you know, the stork does stir up new things. Okay, so new elements. Like I said, it can sort of talk about birth or things in their infancy. So we really are looking at the start of sort of new phases within the connection, I feel. So we'll see what else we can glean for you there, Virgo. So Virgo and your person. How does your person feel about Virgo? How does your person feel about you, Virgo? Okay, we had one flying out there, so I'll just find that. Whoa, it's like really sorry about the camera on my forehead there, but we are seeing that was the key. So yeah, definitely, you know, feeling like you've unlocked something within them. Okay, and it's a very successful type energy, the key. Okay, it really does unlock new doors within the connection, and so they're feeling that you are sort of unlocking a brand new world for them, especially when it comes to themselves, like in their self growth. Okay, so you may actually be sort of unlocking some things for them that about themselves that they really sort of hadn't looked at before. Okay, and so maybe that's what this is, this energy of stirring up is actually happening, is you know, we're so, like I said, with that, so used to being in survival mode, and you're sort of really unlocking this door for them within their feelings and their self-growth, and giving them the sort of wisdom and knowledge to know that they don't need to sort of be in that mode as much anymore, you know. So it's really sort of unlocking brand new doors for them, and leading into a lot of feelings of success, that this is a successful partnership. Okay, so they're feeling that this is definitely, you know, it's unlocked. Like I'm getting that vibe of like it's and I'm hearing that Aladdin song as well, that A Whole New World. Okay, so that's what I'm kind of getting, is that you've unlocked this whole new world for your person when it comes to their own landscape within themselves as well. So you know, they really are feeling that this is something with a lot of potential for success. Which, you know, that's a really lovely vibe there. So it is kind of, I am sort of getting the vibe that this may be like a relatively new connection. So we'll, like I said, that may not resonate for everybody. But I am getting a lot of newness sort of coming on through with that energy. So definitely sort of wanting to have a look at what the future may bring for you there, Virgo. So Virgo and your person, what's going on in the near future with this connection, please? Okay, I just want to clarify that. I have got two separate messages coming through here, so I'll just clarify that second one. What is that second message? Can you please clarify that second message for Virgo, please? Okay, so I'll start with that second message that came through, because you know, that may be something we might need to sort of look at in the near future. Okay, because we do have the anima, which is the feminine, and then the anchor as well. Okay, and that was being clarified by the crossroads. Okay, and so I feel like this portion of the message is coming before that next portion, if that sort of makes sense. But what I'm sort of seeing is the more feminine aspects, the more emotional aspects of the connection, weighing somebody down a little bit. Okay, so even though we are seeing in general, a lot of new things being stirred up. I feel that we also are sort of, because we are looking at, unlocking, and I'm getting the vibe that we're sort of with that self growth on your person's behalf. I feel that that's sort of unlocking, past issues that they've had, and realizing that you're a whole new world for them. And I feel like that's what this is all about. That they are sort of getting a little bit bogged down and weighed down and a little bit stuck in some emotional energy, when it comes to that sense of independent feeling, that survival mode that I mentioned. Whatever has sort of caused that survival mode in them, they are sort of feeling a little bit weighed down emotionally, I feel, with those sorts of things. Okay. So and then when that's clarified, by the road there, it just does feel like, they're just a bit confused about which direction, things are going. So I feel like what I've got here is this is, your person, and then the other message that I've gotten, is kind of I feel you, and a little bit advice for you. So I'll get into that in a moment, but I feel like, they're just sort of looking at, am I taking the right path? Am I following the right direction? With this connection, they're just, I feel like maybe I haven't got the clouds here, but I'm feeling like they are sort of overthinking a little bit, and like I said, getting just a little bit emotional, not sort of really, following their heart as much as they maybe should be, because I do feel that this anchor energy is something that's in the past that sort of still does weigh them down a little bit, and it's making them worry that, like, am I making the right choice? Am I following the right path with this person? Okay, so I feel that that could be a little bit of an issue, in the connection in the near future. So, but like I said, I do feel that this second message is kind of advice for you with how to deal with that, and, how to. This feels more like your energy, Virgo, okay? Because I am seeing the ship and the lily there, okay? So the ship really does talk about, creating that sense of adventure, as well as, like, your ships are coming in and everything's gonna, be like, it is a pretty good fortune card as well. The ship's loaded up with cargo and it's coming on in, so with the ship and the anchor in the opposite energy, it really does sort of let me know that, you can raise that anchor for your person. So, the ship needs to pull up the anchor before it sort of can set sail. The anchor sometimes will hold it still. So I feel like there's a really strong element as well that your person, is going to sort of really hold you steady, and hold you afloat quite well within the connection. Just as a side note there, but also with the ship there, we do see that it could be journeys and traveling as well. So there may just be some sort of distance that you, need to cross in order to help them raise that anchor, so to speak. And what we're sort of seeing is the way that you would be able to do that is being quite, intimate emotionally with your person. That really does have quite a lot of, intimacy with this particular card, the lily. And it also does talk about longevity as well. Okay, so I feel that, the best advice I can sort of give you with how to deal with that energy if your person is getting stuck a little bit emotionally. I do feel that, being very emotionally intimate with them and trying to, let them know how exactly you feel. Let them know that you do sort of see long-term success as well. And that's going to sort of help ease those emotions for them a little bit, I think, as well. Obviously you're going to know your person best, and know how to sort of deal with that sort of stuff as it arises. But like I said, it does just feel like they are a little bit, emotional, just sort of not sure whether they're taking the right path, and especially when we are seeing that tree there as well. This growth, it may be very unexpected for them, and this knowledge of themselves is going to be sort of, brand new. So it's just feeling like they're just sort of a bit stuck with how to, deal with how much they're growing as a person, I feel. So being very, vulnerable with them, is going to be a very sort of positive thing for this connection, and to help overcome, any negative sort of energies coming through in that sense. And just a side note, for you yourself, Virgo, this could also mean that you may be traveling for work soon, okay? Because that is technically a career card. And I am getting a bit of a crossover today with career, sort of wanting to pop through for quite a lot of energies today. So just it may not resonate for everybody, but there's somebody out there, Virgo, who may actually be traveling for work soon, and that will impact the connection. And maybe that's part of what they're sort of trying to make choices about. Like, it could actually be part of the dynamic, okay, between you and this person in the near future. All right, but I will grab you an oracle as well, Virgo. So Virgo and your person, please. Virgo and your person. Can we see a little bit more, the future between Virgo and their person, please? Okay, so we are sort of seeing with this oracle what may be the issue. Okay, what really is the background issue between this person and their fox energy, and the growth that they're needing to sort of go through, the reason that they're at this sort of crossroads. Because we are seeing the runner card. Okay, so that does talk about a fear of intimacy, listening to their ego, and being the runner in a codependent relationship. Okay, so that may be their fallback, survival mode, right? That they, when things get too real, they may sort of be tempted to sort of run away from their problems a little bit, So I feel that, yeah, once again, when we saw that ship for you, closing the distance with that person, and you know making sure you're not letting them sort of run away may actually be important when it comes to this connection, okay? Because that feels like it's the underlying issue, okay? And that's why we are sort of needing this self growth, and needing this success, so that you can support your person to know that they don't need to run away from this, that you're there for them, sort of a thing, okay? So if that helps you, Virgo, I do hope that helps. Let me know if that resonates for you and your particular situation. But we will move on over to the person that you're not in contact with. So Virgo and the person that they are not in contact with. I need to make sure I shuffle these well. Okay. Virgo and the person you are not in contact with. Okay, so once again, I'm getting quite a lot of crossover between my first initial portion of the reading and then the no contact. And I've only drawn 2 cards, but they have popped out in that previous reading. I did just try to shuffle the best I could too. We are seeing the lily and the stork coming on out there for the general, what's going on with this no contact situation. Okay, so I'm getting a slightly different message. So, you may want to watch that first portion, though. That may have some sort of impact on this particular reading as well. But we are sort of seeing that, the stork does talk about stirring up new things, and the lily does talk quite a lot about longevity and intimacy. Okay, so emotional intimacy comes through really strong. So what I'm sort of seeing is that, there's, as you can see, this stalk is sort of in flight. Okay, so it does give me the sense of movement toward more intimacy. So or that intimacy has stirred up something new in this connection. Okay, so I am kind of getting the vibe that I did just pull an oracle for the past section that was the runner, and I am getting a similar vibe to that runner kind of energy there, where the intimacy may have actually stirred up the no contact. So that may have been what has led to the no contact for you guys. you know, somebody got a little bit too close, started feeling just a little bit too much, and they got too much in their feels, and the only way they know how to deal with that is, you know, that fight or flight response, and they flew. Okay, that feels a little bit like what may have gone on, and led to the no contact for you guys. But you know, it does talk about also that even if that is the case, intimacy really is what could stir up the new energy in this connection as well. So even if they've done the runner on you, you know, being intimate with them and being emotional with them, you know, because it does talk about emotional intimacy. So being a little bit vulnerable and emotional, and intimate with them on that level, you know, could actually help stir up some new energy in the connection. You know, it does talk about things in their infancy. So, you know, it really talks about, you know, new things and growing. So there's definitely some sort of a new element coming into this no contact situation. Okay, so I will get a bit more clarity on that one there and ask about that. So why are we seeing the lily and the stork for Virgo and the person that they are not in contact with, please? Okay, so we're seeing the book there, which really does talk about new as well. Okay, so we're definitely seeing some new opportunities in this connection. Like I said, you know, some of these things could be stirring up new energy. It could have been a relatively new connection and then you've gone no contact pretty quickly as well. But we are seeing new chapters. The story has not yet been written. Okay, so there's definitely more to the story when it comes to this particular connection. Okay, we'll see what we can sort of find out there for you as well, Virgo. So Virgo and the person that they are not in contact with, how does this person feel toward Virgo? How does the person that is not in contact with Virgo feel about Virgo, please? Okay, so once again, seeing the key coming on out for their feelings towards you. So you know they really are feeling that you have sort of unlocked something new in them. You know, you've opened some brand new door within them, and it's leading to a lot of success. The key really does talk about success. Okay, so they're feeling that this definitely could be a successful connection. The second card we've pulled there is the ring, and the ring with the key and the lily all on one sort of deck, like on one sort of drawer there. That sort of really does show me that there's definitely positive opportunity for this connection to be something, you know, beautiful. So they really are feeling that, you know, you were a successful relationship venture for them, you know, but we're not like I said, I'm not really seeing clearly, you know, if this is the case, why are we not actually talking at the moment? Why are we not in contact at the moment? You know, but I'll sort of see for you there, Virgo. Okay, so why are we not in contact? Why are we not in contact? Virgo and the person they're not in contact with. Why are they not in contact with Virgo? Okay, so what I'm seeing there is the sun as well as the bouquet. Once again, I just keep going back to that runner energy because this is too good to be true. That's kind of what I'm feeling. That's part of what's led to the no contact is that sense of it's too good to be true. So therefore, not really believing it. That you know, not believing that it's yeah, like they've run away from something because it's like this is too good to be true. I don't believe it. Okay, that's kind of what I'm getting from that. But with the sun is like the happiest card in the deck. And then the flowers there, that's like super giving kind of energy as well. The sun also can talk about certain things coming to light, okay, and wanting to give that to you. So I feel like there's something that they may want to reveal to you, you know, when it comes to this this connection and why it has sort of gone no contact. So it may be past energy as well. There may have been something revealed um, to you, or vice versa, that has sort of led to the no contact. Something has sort of come to light that maybe has led to this no contact situation. But, with both those cards there, once again, I'm really feeling that, the potential really is there for this connection. It's just a matter of getting back on track, I feel. In that past reading, I did see, like I said, I keep saying that runner energy. I really am feeling that, they've run away from something because it's so good, and they just don't believe that. Like, there is another oracle card that sometimes will come out called Not Enough, and it's talking about how someone feeling like they're not good enough for you. I'm really feeling that that could be the case here as well. I will draw another oracle. So can you just tell us a little bit more about Virgo and the person that they are not in contact with, please? Virgo and the person that they are not in contact with. Okay, so we're seeing the keys on a ring. Once again, seeing that key imagery there. So straight away that does, give me that idea of, there's doors to be opened here that we may not be seeing yet with that Sun card. There may still be some things yet to be revealed. Okay, so that does talk about many options, decisions, unconventional, string along, and one night stand. So I feel like you guys may have sort of started as a one night stand, and that's why they've sort of no contact, because they thought that maybe you were stringing them along, or that it started unconventionally, so therefore it's not going to be successful long term, even though they are feeling that it could definitely be a successful connection. It's quite a confusing energy. I feel like your person is quite confused, but they may have many options, or they may feel that you do have other options, and that maybe, like, I'm getting that kind of a vibe, that they're feeling that you have more options, and that you have other options that are better than them, and that's part of what this is all about. But I'm just going to get you some advice, Virgo, some advice on how to deal with this no contact situation. What move should Virgo make? What should Virgo do about this no contact situation? Okay, so what you should be sort of doing, I feel there, Virgo, we are seeing the anchor and then the star, as well as the house card there. Okay, so I feel like what we're talking about here is being stable, and like, because both of these cards really do talk about um, being stable and being in one place, and being a security blanket, I kind of feel like, for your person. Okay, because the house is directly stability and security, and the anchor, the ship will drop the anchor so that it doesn't sail away. So I feel like, especially with the star there as well, letting your person know, look, I'm not going anywhere, and being totally secure in their life, and just sort of being there. And so whether you want to, I feel like if you want to contact them, you're just going to have to really um, be some sort of really super stable energy for them, and sort of, yeah, like, let them know, I'm not going anywhere. You are my wish, and I have so much hope for this connection, and optimism that we can work all these things out. This is like the wish upon a star, wish fulfillment, and optimism card there. So just keep on hoping for that optimistic outcome, and I feel like you will get it. You're just going to have to be like super secure in yourself, I feel, Virgo, that make sure you're letting them know, look, I'm not going anywhere. I want to be there, and be I want to be that your anchor in a storm, and I want to be the home that you can come come back to, and I feel like they're really just needing that security. Like they're such, I'm feeling that impulse to just bolt once again, so I feel like your person may really need that validation, and that they are your wish fulfillment, and needing that validation that, look, I'm not going anywhere. You can run away from me every time things get a bit too intimate, but I'm you're the one that I wish for, and I want to be with you. I feel like just being very secure and stable about the way that you're talking to your person. Contact them and let them know this, if that resonates for you, of course. Um, I feel that, just being a stable energy for them is super important. Okay, Virgo. So, whatever that means for you, it is going to be a little bit different for every Virgo. But, if that does resonate for you, I feel like that's what your person really needs at this time, is that stability and security. And even just say to them, look, even if you don't want to be with me and whatnot, I'm not going anywhere. I don't have all these other options that you might think that I do. I'm just going to be here waiting for you. Okay, so I feel like that might actually be quite important for your person to hear at the moment, Virgo. So I feel as though if you were to reach out to them, just keep that in mind, that they do want you. It was coming through that, they knew that this could be the most successful relationship, and I feel like that's what scared them, that they're not used to that, or they've been in survival mode for so long that they don't know what to do um, when they're not having to fight, and they're in that fight or flight mode, and um, it's not your fault. I don't feel, Virgo. I feel like this is some issues that your person has got from the past, and you know, possibly things that have happened, like maybe even before they met you. Okay, so just letting them know that you're not looking at any other options other than them. Okay, so um, I hope that resonated for you, Virgo, but if not, check your other placements, check your person's placements. You may get a little bit more to the story, but if this is where we leave each other, thank you for your time.